Well, I'm with Mr. Ronnie Thwaites, former parliamentarian, former Minister of Education, and of course, there's much more. But while I'm in Jamaica, I wanted to have this conversation with him. And one of the conversations that I wanted to ask was during the course of the recent elections, one of the things that I saw as a void was the sound or the voices of elders that can come in to calm the waters when there was confusion or not clarity. What do you say about that, Mr. Thwaites?
Jamaica, unfortunately, is still a highly polarized political environment. Um, Tribalism has been the worst inheritance of the Westminster system. We contrived the need for contestatory political parties in order to prevent uh, some kind of one party control. Unfortunately, we have debased it to the point where you can't even get a civil conversation going in Parliament, or in such instances, as you point out, where clearly a rational, super political voice is needed. So I support the need for mature people, those with experience, and those who have whose pedigree is not open to challenge,
Yes.
who are able to offer a voice of modulation and of calm when occasions like this arise. And there's so many. I mean, you mentioned the issue of the elections, the furore that took place in the Jamaican Parliament a couple of weeks ago, the issues to do with the probity of appointing a speaker who is the wife of the prime minister, the issues of anti-corruption measures, witness the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General's reports, could benefit from some strong people coming together, not one, but coming together and simply saying, could we handle it this way rather than allow sway to further divide us and further weaken us.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting, and it's good that you mentioned about the whole aspect of Parliament and how it looks, the perception at the same time. It is an area that many people, I sense, don't want to tap into or talk about, but I believe it's important that Jamaicans talk about this freely, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Now, you see, for many reasons. One, in itself, you're talking about the organization of the country.
Yes.
Secondly, which is very important, secondly, you're talking about tremendous opportunity that this country has to exemplify the best virtues of citizenship.
Yeah.
And also the default position is really terrible.
Yes.
Because if you don't talk about it, then what prevails? A deepening of the divisions, which serve no purpose. In fact, are the reason why people absent themselves from voting. I mean, it is a matter of acute embarrassment when a government in Jamaica has in fact been chosen by 15 or 16% of the entire electorate. What mandate do they have, Silver City?
That's very interesting because I'm familiar with the figures of 37.8% in the last.
Divided in two.
Yeah, and 403 and 500 and so split between both parties. And then the recent local government election, it was 20 something percentage at turnout.
Yeah.
Then what do you say then when it comes on to constitutional reform?
I say that the constitutional reform has to be far more profound
Yes.
and far-reaching than is envisaged at present.
Yes.
Yes. King Charles is a symbol that we would no longer wish, but he's not troubling us.
Yes.
What is troubling us is a system of the way we have organized our mechanics of governance.
Yes.
And that is what we have to concentrate on.
Right. And finally, the diaspora. Of course, as you know, I'm from the UK and talk about the diaspora and Jamaica. How do you view the diaspora or the the potency of the diaspora in
Um,
regards to Jamaica?
I hasten to answer. In
Yeah.
my view, Jamaica's future, only hope
Mm.
for a future which is broadly inclusive and has worldwide significance,
Mm.
is to recognize itself, yes,
Yes.
as a country without borders.
Mm.
Anyone who is of Jamaican origin, all the lovers
Yeah.
of Jamaica, did you hear me?
Mm.
Need to feel free and welcome to play a part. Not everybody
Yes.
may be able to cast a vote,
Mm.
but certainly those who are from among us and who live abroad and who are citizens, yes, but who reside in a different country, as the majority of
Yes.
us do, if you counted everybody external,
Mm.
then they should be allowed to vote.
To vote.
And we need to encourage the investment, the engagement, to squander people's affection
Yes.
and devotion is a, may I use a theological term, is a mortal sin.
Yes.
When you have people who cherish where their navel string was buried, the teacher who nurtured them in primary school,
Yes.
the holding the piece of land where they were, or the hope of a retirement which is or an alternate investment which is really not possible elsewhere.
Yes.
Where people need to rivet their identity, because you can tell me more, but when people go abroad, as much as they're accepted, as much as they thrive, yes,
Yes.
they need to have an anchor shore. And we need to have every legislative measure,
Yes.
every bureaucratic enablement, and every spiritual and emotional incentive for our diaspora to feel
At home.
at home.
Thank you so much. And finally, your program, which you have, tell us about your program, which you have with Pernell Charles.
Public Eye.
Public Eye.
is a program that began in 1972 or 73. I moderated.
Oh, the same Public Eye.
Yes.
Okay.
On JBC.
Yes.
I moderated it. It was John Maxwell first.
Yes.
Wilbur
Yes.
Perkins. And in 1976, I moderated for the next 19 years. We kept it going in various iterations.
Yes.
And it lapsed for a while. So we revived the Public Eye. And this time, not just with me, but with Chief Pernell Charles. Yes. The senior man, and whose richness of experience and whose broad sense of nationalism
Yes.
Is an absolute treasure. What we want to do is, by argument, discourse, critique, encouragement about public affairs, yes, to show that there's a cause bigger than PNP and JLP. Yes, we're not rejecting our antecedents. We won't agree on everything, but that there is a cause, a love of this country and of each other that superimposes beyond.
And therefore, that would be the start of something like the Council of Elders.
I would hope so.
A voice, a seasoned voice that can speak, that calms.
And a voice of elders.
A voice of elders.
That certainly would have roots here.
Yes.
But that people in the diaspora would qualify,
yes,
would engage in, and would contribute to.
Okay.
What an epiphany that would be.
Well, I'll definitely be a part of that.
I hope so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thwaites.
Happy to have you.
Thank you, sir. Yes. Okay, so I'm with Sir Ronald Thwaites. Is that correct?
SYLBOURNE, no, I'm no sir. Sorry, you're too damn English. Ronnie Thwaites is here with SYLBOURNE today. Glad to make the link.
Yes.
Yes. And when all is said and done, we join in
yes,
lifting up Jamaica, land we love.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.